gentlemen of YouTube, Transformers fans everywhere, welcome back. LPS, Last Prime Speculator, here to provide you some possible breaking news in regards to Transformers Cinematic Universe movie news. Yes, we finally may have had some breaking news in regards to the Transformers movies. I want to give a big shout out to Matt Gamer. He's the one that sent me this link on Twitter, and it is from We Got This Covered. Paramount reportedly rebooting the Transformers franchise. Matt, thank you very much for sending me. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it is at Prime Speculator. Feel free to follow me if you care about my everyday life, if you like pop culture, sports, all the good stuff, or if you don't, no big deal, no worries or anything. Transformers related, that's what we do. But we got you covered. This is from a day ago. This is from Scott Campbell. And again, it says Paramount reportedly rebooting the Transformers franchise. I have not read this article yet. We're going to read this article. This could be either fake news, clickbait, or it could be the real deal. Regardless, it's a 1 day old. I haven't seen anything reported on YouTube. So let's read this and see what We Got This Covered has to say in regards to our beloved movie franchise. We've been waiting for some news. I've been tweeting it out. I've been waiting for it. I know Lazio's been tweeting it out. We want news. We want something. Paramount maybe has finally given us something. So let's read this article and pray to God it's not clickbait. If you're new to this channel, make sure to consider subscribing. Turn on all notifications. Don't forget to like and share this video. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Prime Speculator. Michael Bay's Transformers movies didn't get much love from the critics, but there's no denying they had a huge fan base, with the director's 5 installments earning almost $4.5 billion at the box office. However, after Bay's The Last Night massively underperformed commercially, earning $500 million less than the predecessor Age of Extinction, it seemed as though the Transformers franchise had peaked in terms of popularity. I disagree with that. You guys know how I feel about that. I feel people were tired of the same stuff. Age of Extinction set out an excellent route for a soft reboot, and the way it was set up, and the way they didn't use Lockdown Ship, and the origins of the Knights, and Prime flying out into space, the list goes on, and they did the same thing in The Last Night. There was clearly fandom there. I mean, the trailer for The Last Night was so heavily praised because of where we thought they were going with the Nemesis Prime route. And it did not go that route at all. Extremely underwhelming, extremely disappointing. Anyways, that's what I think. Word got out before it happened. And plus, when I heard, I can't remember this, but I know the movie was literally finished a day before because there were so many damn reshoots. That's never good. Anyway, let's read on. Travis Knight's Bumblebee went down the prequel route, which Bumblebee was very well received and very popular, becoming the first entry in the series to receive a widespread critical acclaim in the process. And due to the film's strong performance in the international box office, a sequel was reported to said to be in the early stages of development. I do remember hearing that. They were talking about doing a buddy-buddy Optimus Prime Bumblebee 2 type thing. I did hear about that. Haven't heard anything. I hope this is not, the news, but let's continue. However, according to the sources to We Got This Covered, the same ones that told us an Aladdin sequel was in the works, Bill Murray would return for Ghostbusters 3, and that Robert Pattinson had clinched the role of Batman. All turned out to be true. Paramount is set to hit the reset button and reboot the Transformers franchise entirely. There you go. And they backed it up with the Bill Murray, the Ghostbusters 3, the Batman news. So there you have it. Transformers franchise entirely hit the reset button and to be rebooted. Wow. Okay. From what we understand, Michael Bay's movies will be wiped out from the continuity completely. Wow. Wow, there you go. Bayverse is done. Now. Wow, that's got me scratching my head now. Now, Bayverse done. Does that mean Lorenzo's out? I know Lorenzo's a huge fan of these, and I'm a fan of the Bayverse too. I think there's a lot of problems with it, but I also enjoyed it as well. But does that mean he's out? Because you remember there was those leaks going around. I did a couple of videos.
If you guys called it the Lorenzo saga, where I just shredded that man to pieces, I'll leave the link in the description up there. Where there was leaks going around that they were going to bring back the Bayverse and reboot it within the
Bayverse or something, or keep it going with the Unicron trilogy, which they could have done correctly if they would have done it correctly. My Twitter's blowing up. I'm sorry, guys. So I keep looking at my phone, probably because of this news right here. Let's keep reading. With the rebooted films launching entirely a new narrative on the big screen. To be more specific, our sources tell us, quote, they'll focus on the Transformers in the 80s after Bumblebee and reboot it from there. So they are focusedly going on G1. Now, does that mean they're going after Bumblebee? Is it going to be continue with Bumblebee, or they're going to use the plot, the timeline, and the area of Bumblebee, which was taken during the 80s, which is G1 times, which was very beloved, very popular, and please make it like that Cybertron scene we saw. That really was, the Bumblebee movie was a great movie. You know what the Bumblebee movie had most in any of the other movies that I noticed too? Going through all these, it had so much heart, and that's what Transformers is. That's what Transformers have been lacking in these live-action universe movies up until Bumblebee is heart. Heart is Transformers. That is the best part about Transformers is the heart. Obviously, it's the robots fighting. It's the Autobots, the Decepticons, the Dinobots, etc. Right? Prime, Megatron, all that. It is heart. There is so much heart in this lore that has totally been put to the side. And that's something that Travis Knight captured and did very, very well. And something I became, a huge fan of him and would love to see him back. So that's said to be known. We don't know. I don't know if that's saying that Bumblebee, man, my phone is going nuts on this, guys, is said to be taking during the Bumblebee time. Now, I don't know if that's continued, but I'm taking it as like, that was, Bumblebee was still part of Bayverse, but not really. They called it a prequel. I'm thinking that they're taking it during the 80s and they're giving people that aren't familiar with Transformers fans an example during the 80s. Let's continue. And while we don't have many more details just given, that the plots of the first 5 installments are virtually incomprehensible. God, duh. Anyways, it's doubtful that many people will be mourning the loss of their favorite characters like the malicious, evil businessman, number 17, the military guy, and loud human sidekick. Yeah, that's true. Oh my God. Oh, that's pretty bad, actually. As in the case of his outputs, Bay Transformers were all styles of substance. Although Bumblebee went a long way redeeming this feature as a story that had relatable characters and actual dramatic stakes, that's exactly what I said, with the 80s nostalgia still currently all the rage. Paramount has also reported considering more faithful designs for the Autobots and Decepticons. Nice. Faithful designs. That means respect to the source material, respect to the lore, respect to all the material that they have. So they're not, that's just saying we are not, they're letting you know we are not doing the Bay Sharpie points and all that. We are sticking to the G1 nostalgia and respecting the source material. That is a beautiful thing. That means it sounds like they're finally getting people who know what the hell that and know Transformers finally, which may have something to do with how well fans reacted to Bumblebee's Cybertron set prologue. That's exactly what I said we needed. So that was so popular and so awesome and so beautiful. Oh man, seeing the Cybertron cities, dude, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So they're listening to the fans finally. While this isn't most original idea to simply reboot a franchise when it appears audiences have lost interest, in the hands of the right filmmakers, Transformers can certainly turn out to be something special, and once we learn more about the studio plans, we'll be sure to let you know. Exactly. Wow, guys. So they are saying, they're agreeing that there is a fan base there, there is money there to be made, and this thing could still be huge. I mean, you gotta think the first Transformers franchise, I'll even admit it too, when I'm watching like the 2007 Transformers movie, it still looks phenomenal. The graphics, the material, the technology has only gotten better. There's a fan base and a market for Transformers. They could build a cinematic universe just like Marvel has done. Now, I think with Marvel, with the Endgame hitting its peak and everything, and not people like me and people like you guys, we're still going to go see the movies, but the average film goers aren't going to go see it. I believe Transformers can still take that formula and build its own cinematic universe if done correctly. And they even said it needs to be the right director. It means somebody that knows the lore, respects the source material, and actually gives a shit about this product. Excuse my language, I'm passionate about it. But it's saying right there, if there's any news, we will let you know. So there we go, guys. Paramount reportedly rebooting the Transformers franchise. It has been Hopefully this is confirmed, but they did back it up with all the Ghostbusters and the Batman and all that stuff. It seems like we are finally getting our wishes, guys. Again, Matt Gamer, thank you so much for sending me this link. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you like at Prime Speculator. If you're new to this channel, make sure to consider subscribing. Turn on all notifications. Don't forget to like and share this video. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Prime Speculator. Guys, thank you so much for attending this video. I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, with all that, guys, thank you very much. I look forward to talking to you again. Peace.